It's time to talk about something that's truly important because I feel like lately we haven't really been covering important political content. Like, not real policy, important, just stuff that actually affects the real world. So I thought today we'd cover something. I hate that all of you knew exactly what it was the second you heard the noise. We're going to be covering something today that's had a few requests. I've gotten a few requests to cover this video. Triggering chat with objectively correct food takes. I've been told I need to watch this and I need to respond to it, so let's do it. Because apparently he says some stupid shit here. Some bad takes.
What is your favorite type of pizza? I like pepperoni and sausage pizza. That's my favorite.
Cringe.
Pigeon, what are you doing?
I like plain cheese pizza.
Also, all pizza should have hot sauce on it.
Disgustingly cringe. What the fuck are you talking about? What the actual fuck was that? Move camera? No, suck my dick. Eat my ass. Swallow my jizz. All of it. Now, unless you're underage. That is disgusting. Fucking hot sauce on pizza? What the fuck? The pizza already has red sauce on it, if it's any good. So anything that you could possibly conceivably get out of hot sauce, I feel like, would be solved already by the existence of the red sauce in the pizza.
Basically, anytime you're eating something with cheese, it should have hot sauce. Cheesecake?
What?
Cheesecake isn't cheese, and you know that.
Yes, it is.
Hot sauce
It's
of
literally
choice.
cheese.
I try to get, like, custom local stuff. If
It's literally cheese! Wait. How am I supposed to respond to a video when the motherfucker I'm responding to is just objectively wrong in the first 33 seconds? It's called cheesecake for a reason. It's because the shit it's made of is fucking cheese. Why the hell else would they call it that?
if I can't get any of that, the Cholula stuff is pretty good. Hey.
Cholula?
Yeah, people who get pineapple on pizza are just being contrarian for the sake of being contrarian, okay? They know goddamn well what they're doing.
That is true.
Dude, I love pineapple on pizza so
That is true.
much. No, you fucking don't. You've had it twice and you thought it was fine, okay?
That is
Quit
true.
clogging up the discourse and using people's brain cells on this stupid fucking conversation, okay? Those fucking people who have tried something once or twice and they're like, dude, I never have anything else. Sweet and spicy is,
Do people really do that much? I feel like, listen, I'm gonna be honest. I don't feel like I've seen that many people who've had like a thing like once or twice and then claim it's like their favorite fucking thing and they don't eat anything else. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not like a full adult and I haven't really like been that worldly in terms of meeting tons of people, but I haven't really met many people that are like that, you know?
a good combo with cheese. Yeah, pineapple isn't sweet enough for that to work, okay? If you want sweet and spicy, okay, you need to do some goddamn Panda Express orange chicken sauce bullshit, okay? You need to fucking add some goddamn caramel. Vaush would eat banana pizza. No, he fucking wouldn't. Listen, my actual hot take on this subject is that pizza honestly isn't that good.
Yes, that is objectively a hot take because it's objectively a wrong take. I believe pizza is like literally the #1 rated everyone's favorite food, right? Like, isn't pizza like on average the most people's favorite food across the world? Like, let's be real here. Anything that's popular generally has some merit to it, right? Anything that's like media-wise that's popular, or like food, anything like that like people enjoy for some reason, there's got to be something about it that anyone could objectively like at least agree is a positive aspect, even if it doesn't generally sway the thing in question into the good side of their opinion in general. But like, to argue that pizza, of all things, one of the safest and most loved foods, like the reason why pizza is so popular as well is because it's so just inoffensive. It's safe, don't get me wrong, it's nothing special, but it's so safe. Everybody likes it. Like, if you're at a party and you have to order food for everybody at that party, your ass is ordering pizza because you know that is how you're going to please as many people at that party as possible.
It's really, really not. It's just not that good. It's fine. It can be good. Don't get me wrong. People talk like all these f***ing touch my butt and buy me pizza fucking hoes on Twitter, not Twitter, Tinder. I guess they're on both. Need to chill out, okay? Pizza is like fine, okay? Great pizza will never reach the heights of a great cheeseburger, great pasta, of a ton of other great foods, okay? There's just limits, okay? Calzone is objectively better than pizza, and no one is brave enough to admit it. True. Lasagna is better than both. Lasagna is not a good food. Lasagna can't even be good. At best.
Oh, brother. Oh, God. Oh. Yikes on that one. How do you live? How do you have that opinion? Like, I'm really curious, like, how bad? Like, maybe Vaush's mom made some really bad lasagna or something, and that was just the only time he ever really had it. That to me sounds like the only way. Like, some good lasagna, at least to me, is like you got the noodles in there, obviously, but then you got like the cheese, the red sauce, the fucking ground beef. Like, it's loaded, it's delicious. It's like, I'm assuming that Vaush's like mom must have made some dog shit ass, dry, fucking crusty looking lasagna, and that's why he has this opinion, because he's never had good lasagna before. Just atrocious. I heard this video was bad. I didn't know it was this bad.
Best it can be acceptable. Seeing out with the $5. People like pineapple on pizza are just being contrarian, and pizza's just not that good. Come on, man. I've said this before. I've said this. People just aren't ready for it. They just can't handle it. But it's true. It's true. It's always been true. It'll never not be true. That's just how it is. What's your take on sauced chicken wings? All right, it's time for another hot take. I don't know if I'm going to have a career after this one. Chicken wings are garbo. I don't want...
Yikes. You guys are really willing to donate to this streamer over me. If you're watching this right now and you are a Vaush fan and a Xanderhall fan, and you are willing to donate to Vaush over me with these fucking food takes, you guys need to reassess your situation, okay? You guys need to take a good, long, hard look at yourself and reassess your fucking situation, because this is unacceptable. These takes are dog shit. These takes are fucking dog shit.
Want bone? None of that shit. I want meat, okay? I eat chicken breasts, okay? I'll eat wings if I have to, but if I buy in meat, I want the meat, okay? I want chicken breasts. No.
Oh, wait. Okay. Nobody goes out and buys chicken wings, okay? That's not a thing that happens. Nobody does that. I mean, maybe some people do, but nobody really does that. Generally, when you're getting chicken wings, it's because you're like at a sports bar and you're drinking and there's a game on, or like something is going on and you're at a sports bar and you're partying and you're just looking to suck down some fucking chicken wings with a ridiculously spicy sauce that you just know is going to come out feeling like lava the next morning when you shit it out. Like, that is why people eat chicken wings. It's not like a meal you dig into, like a nice healthy chicken breast. Of course a chicken breast is preferable to chicken like wings, of course, but chicken wings is kind of like a different food with sort of a different kind of like popcorn. Is popcorn really a good food? I mean, it's good. We like popcorn. It's nice. Is candy a good food? No, but it's a nice treat. And it's yummy to eat within moderation. And that's why I don't like the way that a lot of people talk about food. Because I talk about food in different categories. I never say, here's my favorite food. I never do that. Because frankly, I don't have a favorite food, because everything tastes so different that eat really good flavors of like a very good sweet flavor is very different from like a very good meaty flavor, you know? Like, those might both make me feel like I want to fucking come in my pants, but they're different. You know, it's hard to rank one above the other, right? So usually what I'll rank it by is based on like healthiness, so or like the type of food it is, right? So I'll consider pizza, popcorn, cotton candy, ice cream. That's junk food. Chocolate bars, things, Skittles, things like that. That's candy. Then there's obviously like cakes and pastries and whatnot. And obviously maybe I have my favorite cake or pastry, meats like steak, beef, beef, pork, chicken, poultry, etc. Right? Venison. I like to break up my food hot takes into separate categories. Like, for example, here's a good food hot take. And if anybody has actually tried it before, they'll know it's true. Venison tastes better than beef. Specifically, elk meat. Elk meat, ground elk meat burgers blow fucking cow beef burgers out of the water so hard it's not even funny.
Nuggies or tendies, okay? That's what I want. And I know what you're thinking right now, but Vaush...
Tendies beat Nuggies all the way. As a matter of fact, we just had Nuggies and Tendies right before stream today. Tendies beat Nuggies. Allow me to explain. Chicken nuggets, the way that they're made, they are tough and they're kind of chewy. And they're good in their own right. Don't get me wrong. Nuggets have their value. But if we're talking about which is the superior breaded chicken snack, I'm going to have to go with Tendies because Tendies retain more tenderness and flavor, I think, in their breading and in their cooking. Like, I feel like their the meat is more tender and a little bit more juicy when it's chicken tenders as opposed to just little chicken nuggets where they almost feel like hard hockey pucks of chicken surrounded by like a shell of hard breading.
Gosh, it's all white meat. There's no flavor. To which the answer is, yeah, no shit, dumb. That's why you have to properly season it and have a good sauce. Also, if you bread it properly and fry it like you do with the chicken wings normally, then you have sick-ass flavor, okay?
Yeah?
I just don't...
Yeah, so dip your chicken tenders in some honey mustard. Like a Chad, like I do.
I don't like eating meat off the bone. It's why I don't like ribs either. Not only is white meat...
That is some beta bitch pussy shit. To not like eating meat off of bones. That's my favorite shit in the world.
Chicken better? It is so much better that I don't even order chicken at Asian places, okay? They make chicken nuggies and chicken strips and everything else chicken with dark meat. Why? Why? Greasy ass, fatty fucking dark meat. Jesus Christ.
Okay. So, if it's dark meat, then most likely the intention is not to eat it with sauce then. Unless you're down for that. Because dark meat is obviously tastier, but it's greasier and a little bit more fatty. But it is obviously the tastier, juicier, more tender meat. It's the best meat in any poultry is the dark meat. And so with that said, I imagine if you're making chicken strips with dark meat, then the point is not to dip it in a sauce. I mean, I don't know why he's complaining about options for people who have, like, varying food tastes.
You're wrong. Dark meat is juicier, more succulent, a higher fat content. True. Yeah, that's the problem. The juice that you're tasting is fucking oil. You're getting grease.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, your throat's getting lubed, okay? The only acceptable reason to eat dark meat chicken is if you're about to get throat by a fucking Giga Chad with a giant dick because you need your throat to be fucking coated in a millimeter thick layer of chicken fat and grease, okay?
That can also be a case where you might want to eat some dark meat, or maybe because it tastes good, but also possibly that, if you want to. Or you could just cover yourself in the oil, you know? Become very, very slippery, very hard man to grab.
No, I don't like duck, Tempest. For comparable reasons.
Poor duck.
Duck is the best meat, though. Wrong. Wrong.
I've never had duck.
Honestly, meat's not even that fucking good, okay?
What? You... absolutely dog shit semen stain on the bottom of a fucking dresser fucking brained take, okay? Absolute dog shit take. I'm sorry. Meat is literally the reason that humanity has evolved to the point that it's at now. Like, literally in all of the documentaries about evolution that I watch, it's always like, and then our ancestors found a way to break open the bones of dead animals in the savannah and gained access to the nutrient-rich marrow within. And it was from then on that humanity's brains would begin to increase in size, leading to the intelligence of modern man. I think that's always how it goes. Like, literally gaining access to meat for our species, I'm pretty sure is what led to our bodies having enough of the proteins that let our brains evolve to be as big and strong as they are now, because we're eating bone marrow, we were smart enough to crack bones open with stones in like the fucking savannah and eat bone marrow, and the fatty like acids or whatever increased our like brain like power or whatever. I don't know. It was something like that. Some explanation along those lines.
Any meat.
And that's why vegans are unintelligent.
You know what's really good? Bread. Bread is the good shit.
Good.
Meat is just a delivery vehicle for the rub, the spices, the seasoning, and the sauce, okay?
No. Bread does not beat meat. That is not, like, at all true. Because for starters, bread is literally lacking in any nutritious value unless you make it in a certain way. So most of the bread that we eat on a daily basis lacks no nutritional value. Okay, if the bread is white, it has no nutritional value, okay? If it is white bread, it's basically fucking nothing. It's just filling your stomach. If it's white, you're not getting anything out of it. It's just, yeah, there's no point. Like, white bread is literally just filler, like, material to eat, right? Because you can, not anymore. I buy whole wheat bread, motherfucker. Is it white whole wheat bread? Is the whole wheat bread white? No? Well, then I stand correct then. Yeah, no, I don't think, obviously, fucking bread doesn't beat out meat, okay? Meat is fucking dope. Bread, for the most part, doesn't really have that much nutritional value unless it's made in a certain way.
Like, yeah, it's, like, good, I guess. Like, ground beef's really good in shepherd's pie and tacos, and, like, chicken's good pretty much everywhere because it's, you know, chicken.
Oh, here is my, my hot take, though. Mixing meat and cheese is fucking dog shit, okay? That's my hot take. Generally, I hate cheese on most things, but, particularly mixing meat and cheese sucks. I hate it. In no case do I think meat and cheese should ever be mixed for a meal. Especially if the cheese is melted. I hate it. Except for tacos. Some tacos are okay. Like some like beef tacos with cheese from like Taco Bell. I like those. But other than that, can't really think of any cases where I'm okay with it. That's my hot take. But hey, I acknowledge that it's a hot take, and it is completely just my opinion, and yours may be different. Unlike Vaush, who is wrong and ignorant about it.
But, like, that's not the fucking point, okay?
Politically,
meat is delivery vehicle, all right? If you want real good shit, you want bread, okay? Just eat lots of bread all the time, okay? That's the real good shit. That has to be
sarcasm. This is sarcasm. This has to be sarcasm.
So when people are like, dude,
serious.
No! You have to eat your chicken with 40% fat content. No! Every bite of steak has to be composed of at least 6 ounces of raw fat. No! Like, you. If I want flavor, I'll get it from the goddamn spices, seasoning, and rub, okay? Jesus Christ. That's what flavor comes. There is no better vehicle for flavor on Earth than spices, seasoning, and fucking sauce, okay? We all agree that fresh bread is better than any meat, right? I really don't think there's any meal on Earth that's better than, like, fresh bread and cheese. I really do think that's just the apex of the human palate.
What? Bro, I need to cook for Vaush because I think this motherfucker might just be eating scraps he's finding in the dumpster or something. And like every time he's happened to eat steak, it's been like a moldy green and black mold covered speckled monstrosity, and that's why he has such a bad opinion of meat. Like, I don't know, like maybe he's living that Asmongold lifestyle and he's just eating out of a dumpster every day, and that's where his food opinions are coming from. But this is just downright unacceptable. But if he is actually just gathering his food out of a dumpster every day and that's what he's eating, then that is the true socialist lifestyle, and I gotta give him props for that.
What kind of bread? Well, depends on what kind of bread you like, I guess. For some people, you know, it doesn't get any better than like sourdough, and some people really like the heavier, like darker breads, like you know, if it's
Stew is great, Caesar.
you know,
My grandma made great
what's
stew.
a good dark bread? Yeah, rye. Yeah. Pumpernickel. Pumpernickel is really good.
Oh,
really funny
you know
name
what?
too.
Oh, I realize it's because Vaush is a bread cuck. I should have known Vaush was a bread cuck. I remember him going on some weird gay little rant about hush puppies a while back and how great hush puppies are. And like, listen, I'm from the South. I'm from Florida, okay? I don't even think they have Long John Silver's out here in fucking California. And hush puppies are, at least to me, the part of the meal that I always like neglectfully choked down because I had finished my fish and the little crispy things they give you with it, and I was still hungry and I needed something else to fill my stomach, but I didn't like the taste of that as much. Like, hush puppies are nothing special. They are my least favorite part of the meal, and I always save them for last, no matter where I get them from.
Fresh French bread. Yeah. It's
So yeah,
like
Vaush
so
is a
much-
bread cuck.
The sad thing is like there are so many foods that people have access to now thanks to global markets, you know, thanks to industrialization, grocery stores and refrigeration, all that crap. But the shame is, like the real big shame is that most people, unless they either have the time and money to cook fresh stuff themselves or are wealthy, will rarely get to taste the real versions of the food they eat, you know? Like, sliced bread is
That's true.
nothing next to freshly baked, I've just gone to the bakery and they made this 30 minutes ago bread. They're almost incomparable, you know? Same with a lot of, like, meats and cheeses. There's just...
To be fair, I did make an analogy about the Blair White video earlier in the stream about like freshly baked, 2-hour-old bread, So I admit this is true. There is like a poor people version of every food, and then like a middle class version of every food, and then like a rich people's version of every food, right? So like the poor people's version are like that, right? Like sliced white bread, like chicken pot pie, like microwavable meals, anything from like McDonald's or any like chain fast food restaurant. But then you've got like the middle class version, which is like actually like cooking something like that at home, like making a homemade pizza, making fucking homemade burgers or whatever. Obviously this is not like relegated to like nobility or class or whatever, but I'm more so saying in terms of cost of entry, it's a lot more, it's perhaps a little bit easier for a poor family to get food from McDonald's, even if it would be cheaper in the long run, potentially to just buy food from the grocery store and make your own fresh, healthy meals, because you don't have time to make those fresh, healthy meals because, who knows, you're a single parent household working 2-3 jobs to pay the bills, or, two parents working full time and, no daycare for the children because the children are out doing whatever. Like, who knows what the situation could be. Sometimes in those scenarios, it's just faster to pick up some a Happy Meal on the way home from work for your kid instead of, making food at home, because you've got to wake up in 4 hours for your next job and you're driving home from work after your 8-hour shift from your first job, and you've got 8 hours to go and you need to take your 4-hour nap. Like, what are you going to do? You're going to spend 30 minutes to an hour or more of your 4 hours you have to sleep until your next job, your night shift starts, to cook for your kid? No, you're gonna have to pick up a Happy Meal on the way home. Yeah, I mean there's some merit to that.
Just a huge difference, you know? Because the stuff that's made accessible to the public, not to say it's bad, I mean, there are plenty of mass-processed foods that I quite enjoy. It's just, they have to be, with the preservatives, they have to be, they can stay on the shelf.
It's so easy and cheap to just pack a quick sandwich. Yeah, but like Adante aside, the thing you have to consider, and I went on a really misinformed rant about this a while ago when I started cooking for myself. The thing you have to remember about this, though, Adante aside, is that like it sounds like it's easier and quicker to just pack a quick sandwich, but consider this: if you want, here's the process to get your kid like a Happy Meal. You're on your way home from work, you realize, fuck. I got my, I'm going to pick up my kid from school and then I need to get to sleep because I have to work in 4 hours. So either I can stop at the grocery store, pick up the ingredients to make my kid a sandwich, or go to the grocery store and pick up the ingredients to make my kid a full hot meal, or just go to McDonald's and pick up a hot meal, even if it's not healthy or the greatest thing in the world. At least, the kid will like it and it'll fill him up. And get that for my kid to eat after school. Like the answer here is obvious for a single parent household working 2 jobs, not enough time to be like making meals and not a lot of money to be spending on cooking. You know what I mean? Like the situations can be very complicated, right? Like realistically, by the time I got home from school and my mom got home from work when I was a kid and she was like a single mom raising me, most nights it was like my mom immediately got started on dinner the second we got home. We ate dinner and then it was straight to bed for her. And I had like maybe 30 minutes that I was allowed to stay up later until I had to get to bed. That was usually how it worked. Because she had to get up and work in the morning. And she was a single mom raising a single child. So, yeah, sometimes you just don't have time to cook. Sometimes, like, you don't, like, my mom was lucky that she had one job that was able to pay the bills. Sometimes you have to get 2 jobs to pay the bills and twice the hours. So, very well, it could have been so there's parents out there single parents out there working 16 hours a day for half of what my mom got working 10 hours a day,
Shelves for this long, and by default they're not going to be too pricey because it's better to subject lower quality foods to that kind of preservation, stuff like that. Same with a lot of vegetables too. Hey, you guys remember that Simpsons episode where they got like a local farm or a farmer's market and they were eating the orange and the orange was so juicy that it was like spilling everywhere and they were like, oh my god, I can't believe I've only ever eaten like grocery store. You know what I mean?
That is accurate.
Don't you think Natalie was kind of irresponsible with calling veganism a barren life of deprivation and self-denial?
True.
I think that was kind of tongue-in-cheek.
Okay. It was definitely tongue-in-cheek, but for me at least, as someone who really likes meat, for me to go vegan, that would suck for me.
Vegans acting smarmy in response to stuff like that is way more harmful to people going to veganism than people who still eat meat making comments like that, I think. I mean, a barren life of deprivation and self-denial. I mean, isn't that obviously, like, overdramatic? Pretzel bread is great. You're right. I'm not done with my takes, okay? There is an objectively best food, alright? And it's a freshly baked, high-quality soft pretzel. That's actually the best food that there is.
Those are really
lightly
good.
salted. Not that
Those
shit they
really
do where
good.
they, like...
I like
just
heavy salting.
coat the entire thing in
okay
salt.
with
Just, like, light.
I'm okay
like
with
a
the heavy
sprinkle.
salting.
And that's it. That's the...
I like little, I like the little big crystals of salt on my fresh pretzels. God, now I'm craving that. Can you make homemade pretzels? Are homemade pretzels like hard to make, or is that just something that like theoretically, with tonight's stream income, I could just go to the store, buy the materials for, and make tonight in like 30 minutes? Is it like really? It's really easy. Is it really? Because I might just make homemade pretzels because I just crave it. Just yeast, flour, water, and salt? Really? It's legit just dough that you wrap and fry. No shot. You'd need lye. Lye? You don't need lye. Fuck no, Gila. Lye is toxic. I came into this video to dunk on his food takes, but I will admit he did get me thinking about making some homemade pretzels, because I do really crave a fresh homemade pretzel right now.
Literally the only food. If you have beer cheese to dip it in, that's GG right there. It's done. Like, that's it. You never need to eat anything else again. If you have a freshly baked, lightly salted, soft pretzel with beer cheese to dip it in, that's fucking it. It's over. What's beer cheese? You've never had beer cheese. Oh, well, you should sometime. It's not hard to make. High-quality bagels. If you guys ever want the skinny on how to make high-quality bagels, and it's way more effort than, like it's quite a bit of effort, done? I think, but...
Okay, I think his hot takes are done. All right, as long as his hot takes are done, I think we've seen enough. I don't like his takes on meat. I'm going to be honest. I don't like his meat takes, and his pizza take is just objectively dog shit. There's just no arguing past that. Like, there's just no getting around the fact that his takes on pizza are just objectively dog shit. You just can't avoid it. They're bad. It's a bad take. But hey, who am I to judge? People want me to respond to it. Those are my takes. I hope you like mine better than you liked his.